You know, child, see that poor child.
Let's see if that works.
Did you make this?
What?
Did you make this?
No.
Oh.
No, I downloaded it.
Oh.
So, hopefully, I can see the chat stream this time. Because I did not see it at all last time. I knew there were people there, and I was like, nobody's talking. Apparently my phone goes to sleep, and it drops the stream. And I woke up, and I was like, nobody's talking. Oh well. Someone sent me the stream, so I know what happened. That was good. There were lots of cool things said. Lots of puns. So, but that was interesting. People could interact offline in a different place and still see the lecture. I'm glad you were safe, not flipping all over campus if you didn't need to. Oh, look at that. People's names show up. Hi.
He responded.
Senpai noticed me.
Yeah. I did this before. How do I move this dock? I want to throw my dock to the left because it's over top of the
Just
images.
swipe left click. If you grab the little, that.
That guy?
Back to the left. You can also change it from the Apple menu.
Oh. We'll just make it smaller. Where's the Apple menu? Up here?
Yeah, in the left corner, you go to Dock under the system preferences. Away from Dock, yeah. Dock, and it's the third from the top left.
Dock. Ah, there you are. That's what I wanted. Stick you on the left again.
Oh, fancy. You can also maybe hide it so automatically hide you.
Cool. Hey, so now I've got chat window just popping up on the side. This is better. And since I moved the docks, all my windows are the wrong size. Perfect. Good. So, we have some mazes that are hopefully starting to come together. Questions about your mazes. Questions about implementing things in a script. Questions about what we did last time when you went home to try to implement it and things didn't work the way they should have. Yeah, Del.
If I want to log variables to the console, can I just cast those as Unity objects? It yelled at me and told me that they weren't Unity, that like ints weren't Unity objects, so I couldn't write them to debug.log.
So, there's two ways to write things to debug.log. You could just write a message, or you can write a message and some kind of context. I generally write them in terms of strings, so you can concatenate a string together, whatever you want it to say.
How do I put variables that I'm interested in logging in those?
Let's do something in my code to make that happen. Here's the console.
For me, it was just like Java. You can just put your string plus an int, and then it automatically converts the int to a string.
Okay.
Right, so let's open up this game manager script. Mono develop. So, as it calls make floor, or no, make wall, let's print off some stuff here. Debug log floor at plus x plus y plus count.
What would you do on Z?
I do want Z. There is no Y. Thank you. but that will let me, oh, compiler error. What are you doing there? Compiler error. So close. There we go. And we made a bunch of log messages.
Okay.
So that's what I'd recommend, just saying, hey, I've got a string. It's like I'm doing system.out.println in Java. Print to the console as much as you want.
Thanks.
Other questions? You gotta turn that off because that'll destroy performance. Other questions? Printing is the slowest thing you can do. It's great for debugging, but you do not want to have any print messages at all when you're actually running your code or running your game. Other questions? Yeah, Connor.
To like prevent yourself from seeing through a wall, would you recommend like increasing the wall's hitbox, or would you say we should like reduce the clipping?
I did clipping point over.
For seeing through a wall?
Yeah, like whenever you're in the maze, like whenever you walk up to it, it's just like, whoa, I can clipping through it. Clipping plane? Okay. Clipping plane.
Talk to me about clipping plane. What do you guys mean?
Oh, it's
That's like when
the
the
distance from
object-
where you don't see anything from the camera.
Oh,
Like,
oh yes.
So I just made it 0. Because it was already like 0.3, and I was seeing through it, so it's like,
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, these
Or-
are like really small.
Or you can increase the size of your collider on your object so that it bounces off. It gives you sort of a bubble around you so you can't run into things completely. Or you could change the position of the camera to be slightly behind you in a different place. Number of different choices you can do. Other thoughts, other questions, making your mazes. There were some questions about destroying objects. Everybody clear about how to destroy stuff? Some people need to destroy things. Some people maybe not need to destroy things. I didn't in the code that I ran through. I just made things. But some of you said, I'm going to make a whole grid and destroy things. Let's destroy walls as I run through. Destroy has some interesting ways of working. Destroy. What? Game object. No example available. Well, destroying things says give me an object. I'll destroy it after a certain amount of time. You want to make sure you're destroying the game object part and not components. Components are things, and you can destroy them. You can say, oh, my script is gone, or my light is gone, or my collider is gone. You can destroy any kind of component you've added to the object, but the object would still be there. Make sure you're destroying the object. And you can get that from anything by saying, like, this dot game object, or whatever you're pointing to, dot game object gives you the reference to the object itself. So you can always destroy that object.
Could you not just put in this?
You could, but this right here is a game manager script, not the game object itself.
That contains the game.
Right. So the game object has this as a component. So if you're in here and you're saying destroy this, it's going to destroy, I think, the component and not destroy the whole object itself. So be careful when you're destroying things. Any other questions? What kind of algorithms did you pick? Some of you are doing recursive backtracking. Most of you. If you didn't do that one, what did you pick?
I think Silene. Last one?
The last one?
Yeah, Silene.
Okay. What did you pick?
I'm-
Oh, you haven't picked one yet. Okay, you'll get there. Did you pick something different? What did you pick, John? You didn't raise your hand.
Oh, yeah.
So which one?
The recursive dive.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So give those a shot, wrap those up. Let me know if you have any other questions. I will try to have a Google Hangout again tonight from 7 to 8. Stop on by if you have questions. Share your screen with me. It seems to work okay. I can debug some code and try to have office hours without being here in the office. Hopefully that'll work for you. So, there are some things I wanted to add to my maze, talking about now that we've got objects, now that we can move around, we want to interact with them with scripts as well. So, here's what I would like to do. You'll notice, well, let's make this game bigger. You'll notice in my preview window, my top view, the whole maze has been shown already. I would like to only show pieces of the maze where I've been. And I can do that by talking about triggers. Colliders that are part of these game objects can be used for collisions to bounce off of things, or they can just be used to say, hey, somebody was here. Somebody went inside this bounding box, and something should happen. So we'll talk through both of those today to see what we can do about it making the objects interactive. So we'll notice the reason they're all showing up in that viewport last time, I made them all part of this layer wall. I am going to put them back in the default layer, change everything back to default. I see nothing, nothing's there, good. Now interactively, I want them to show up when they get triggered. So let's add to this wall. It has a cube underneath it. The cube has a box collider. Notice that these colliders have a button here that says is trigger. Are you a trigger collider, or are you a normal bounce off of me collider? So we want to, let's put it on the wall itself. Let's add a physics box collider. And make it a trigger. It's going to be a box collider on the wall, and I'm going to make it bigger. We can't see it there, but if I click on some piece of wall, I can see it has really faintly, it's got this box at the bottom. So if I walk through that box next to that wall, then the trigger will go off. Okay, that means now I can start to react to it. So let's make a script. Wall display script. Stick this on my wall. Open it up. Wall display script. We've got this start. We've got this update. But there's other methods that don't come with it that are going to be important for triggers and collisions. Let's start to put that in. We want to say void on trigger, enter. And you have to match these words exactly with the capitalization so that they start to fit together. It's basically overriding that method of what's happening before. It says, hey, when something's triggered, do this. So the thing we attached it to is the wall. The wall has a collider. That collider has been selected as a trigger. When somebody enters that box, this code will execute. So what code do I want to do? Let's go talk to my wall.